Hello everyone, I'm Mark Anthony Davis. I'm here to review the New Beginning Sapporo Day 2. I know I'm a week late. Life happens and I was very busy. Also wasn't feeling great in my free time. Today I did feel a little better, but I still wasn't feeling good. But if anything was going to raise my spirits, I felt like it would be NJPW. Actually, I don't know why I'm pointing that way. You can't really see the TV. I don't mind that. It's a Pokemon Red and Blue screenshot on my TV. I know I'm not wearing a wrestling t-shirt. I normally do that sometimes. But anyways, to the pertinent information. Going into the show, I felt, at the time going into this show, I had three questions. Could this show outdo the night prior? Who will win the LIJ Suzuki Gun feud? And really the most important question, I guess, is Taichi and Naito going to have a great main event match? Because I felt like they could. And going by the last few minutes of their match, I felt like they really wanted to. They could have had a great standalone match, even though Taichi shouldn't be in that match in the first place. They could have done a lot more with it, but I'll get to that towards the end of the video. Obviously, I'll try to keep this one under 30 minutes because I know you probably already seen them everything. You don't need me to go over it, but hey, you might want to know what my opinion is. So let's go on to the first match. It was a singles match, and actually I usually make a big deal out of that, but this time I kind of didn't. I didn't have my spirits weren't up for this match because I really, after watching a lot of Hanare, I'm not feeling his presentation. But anyways, the match was Hanare versus Yota Tsuji. Yota Tsuji almost tripped and ate shit on the ramp coming down, and that would have been something. I just feel that watching this, that I know Hanare is not seem like he's improving drastically. I know the commentators are really selling how much potential he has and where he came from, and that this year is going to be his year. But I'm not feeling that. I don't know. I just do not like Hanare that much, and he showed a lot of skill in this match. So in terms of the match itself, it was evenly wrestled. They had strong slaps to exchange. The young lions always showing fire, and they keep putting over how similar build they are. So they have the ability to really go hard on each other, and it'll be like an even match. But it ended up not being even in the grand scheme of things. Hanare dominated, the superior athlete or superior in rank that he is. So that always happens. But Hanare ended up working the arm pretty nicely. I enjoyed that. He eventually got Tsuji in the corner, did some really strong knee strikes to him. Tsuji eventually came back, showed fire with some strong chops, but ultimately got dominated once again. Hanare hit him with a headbutt, told that boy to sit down, hit him with a lariat, finished him off with a Uranage. I wasn't impressed by this match, but I'm not trying to say that in like a dickish way, but I just feel that, there's nothing special here, and usually, they kind of hype these up as these are the main eventers of tomorrow. And, it's definitely not today. These main eventers are tomorrow, but are going to be main eventers in the future is my point. I just don't feel, I'm not feeling it right now with Hanare. He got a while. I know he's going to probably be ready when it's his time, when that spot opens up for somebody like him. He's probably going to be able to take the reins. But right now, I don't think he has the ability to do that. But enough of the negativity. Let's move on to the second match, which was Tiger Mask and Manabu Nakanishi versus Shota Umino and Ayato Yoshida. I know I just said enough with the negativity, but I just got to start off. The first thing in my notes was Manabu sucks. So I just can't. I kind of been skirting around that with these reviews. I don't want to say that Manabu Nakanishi completely sucks. He kind of does. His offense don't look good. Can't sell that well. He's not that good. But I just feel like it's kind of blasphemy for me to go out and say that some of these young lions are better than Nakanishi. But in my opinion, I don't have a credible opinion, I guess, in most people's eyes or in anyone's eyes. But I just feel like that needs to be said, even though that might be blasphemous because he's supposed to be a legend and all that, but whatever. So in this match, it starts off with a Shota. He wants to fight Tiger Mask. So we saw this night before, I believe. Shows his fire, but Shota is bested as a young lion should be. Naka and Yoshida had their little mix-up. Yoshida was such... I don't get it. I guess it's a pride thing. But what I just called this little segment, like throughout this match, I call it dipshit offense. Because why would you try to have a shoulder tackle contest when you're like 180 pounds, 190 pounds, and this guy's this giant ball of a man, and you're trying to have a shoulder tackling contest? I guess it's pride. Like it's a thing. It would be a big moment for a young lion, someone who very early in their career, to shoulder tackle down or body slam Nakanishi. But aren't you trying to win? Isn't that the purpose of the match? You want to win and beat the guy? Who cares if you can lift him up? I don't know. Normally there's something I wouldn't even think of, but this time it kind of bothered me. When Tiger came in, he made Yoshida like a little bitch. He was slapping him in the face, chopping him in the neck. And then Nakanishi got back in the ring. Yoshida and him had a little bit of an exchange again, and there was a point where Yoshida threw a kick, Nakanishi held the leg, so Yoshi came back with an enziguri, and Nakanishi was holding his head way before he got kicked. I don't know what that was about. Eventually, Umino comes in for more dipshit offense. This time he's trying to get a body slam. Doesn't get the first time, but eventually later he does get it. So I guess that's a great moment for him. He feels very proud about that. But it ends up with Tiger Mask coming in against Yoshida, and he basically, I'm gonna skip a bunch of bullshit you don't need to hear. Tiger Mask wins with a butterfly suplex off the top rope and pins Yoshida. And I gotta say, out of everyone in this match, I always enjoy Tiger Mask, and I just wish he could have singles matches or whatever. I don't know. I never seen Tiger Mask since I've been watching New Japan full time since like 2017. Obviously, I'm a new fan to it relatively, so I haven't seen this Tiger Mask have any singles matches, and I love to see him, wrestle again. I don't know what his last match was, but he seemed like he still can go. Definitely a lot better than Nakanishi. Again, young lions, they're fine. There'll be something one day. Third match, another match that is just So Ren Narita and Hiroshi Tenzan versus Taka Michinoku and Takashi Izuka. Fuck. Anyways, you know what I noticed? Why the English ring announcer, he announces everything like a dumb American. He says Izuka, so that's why I've been saying Izuka this whole time. And even like before, when they like had English comment, like when Kevin Kelly started doing English commentary, I'm pretty sure he was calling him Izuka too. So between those two, I've been calling him Izuka, and it's really Izuka. Anyways, but Izuka entrance, how he comes down from the crowd and stuff, it's just showed that it had a lot more people, in attendance for this show. And I looked it up. I looked in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, and apparently it was a sellout show. Even though where he immediately came from had no one sitting there. I guess if they didn't sell those tickets because you probably couldn't see the ring that well. So, I mean, that's understandable. But apparently it was a sellout. Not surprising, but compared to the show the day before, there's a lot of empty seats. I guess they knew what they were getting into. I wonder when the tickets went on sale, though. Like, did they know the card going in? I guess they had to, because they would expect that the IC Championship match would be the one to go to instead of the one that didn't have any title matches on it. So, but in my opinion, this ended up being a lesser of two shows. Of the two shows, I should say. After everyone made their entrance, it started off with Tenzan on the mic. He wants Izuka to be Izuka to be, cool again. They used to be tag partners, apparently. He wants Izuka to be normal again. He extends his hand out. Izuka's going crazy, doing all this. He comes in the ring and just starts beating on Tenzan, and that's how the match begins. It starts off all broken down and stuff. The fighting was on the outside, but eventually we get back in the ring where we see Taka and Ren Narita fighting off against each other. And usually when a young lion's in the match, they focused. I feel like the story is kind of based around that person, even though they're like the lowest rung guy. But this time it's between Tenzan and Izuka, and the young lion is just an afterthought. I kind of just forgot about him during the match, but he was just a guy to kind of beat up on. In the first couple minutes, Ren was able to hit his belly to belly that he's been killing people with, but this time he didn't do it the same way, and he was able to hit it with that flourish and really get that bridge on. So he hit it early, but Taka was able to he took it like anybody else's belly to belly. So you can kill young lions with simple moves, but I guess not someone as Taka Michinoku and his high status in the company. Izuka gets in the ring, and I think Taka takes his mask off, or maybe take the mask off himself, and he starts chomping on Ren, and then he goes away, and then he goes to Tenzan. He's chomping on him, and Tenzan's on the apron, and Izuka's doing it from the inside, and he's biting on his head, biting on his head. The ref is trying to separate them, and as the ref trying to separate him, and Tenzan's trying to get off the apron, and he just ends up dragging Izuka over the top rope. He really wants to bite his brain or something. I don't know what his target is. That's kind of concerning, actually. And the next shot of the ring I saw, I think it was Ren and Taka was in there when they were back in the ring. I noticed that the ring looked very dirty, and it did not look like it was clean enough to wrestle in. I wouldn't want to be rolling around in that. It was like a bunch of like doo-doo and blood stains. I don't know. They all felt fine about it. I guess they didn't have a second thought. Rings a ring to them, I guess. But to me, it was visibly dirty watching it on New Japan World. So I don't know how bad looking in person. And later on in the main event, you could see drops of blood on the apron. And it was disgusting. That's not okay. That's not. WWE would not have that. There's one thing I'll give WWE. They're sanitary and they care somewhat about the health of their wrestlers. That's just has like disease written all over it. But anyways, Taka fucks over Ren. There's nothing more to say about that. Taka was teasing Tenzan though as he was dominating Ren. Tenzan did eventually get his revenge after he was teased by Taka. Comes in, tries to hit a brainbuster on him, fails. He ends up getting double teamed by him and Izuka, but he did get some offense on Taka before he got double teamed though. Then Izuka, I don't know if he was legal man or not, but it doesn't really matter. He ends up putting on the iron glove and just giving him one good strike to the throat, and that's a disqualification. You can hit somebody with a chair a couple times, maybe even with a belt, and not get disqualified. But if you hit somebody once with that metal glove, ring that bell, it's over. So Tenzan and the Young Lion win via disqualification. But, obviously it's a Pyrrhic victory or Pyrrhic victory. How do you pronounce that? Whatever. But after the match, Izuka, he went to the ring announcer's desk, got the mic, and people were like, oh, he's going to talk? He didn't. People thought he was going to talk. He actually just got the mic to go in the ring and choke Tenzan with it. And they had a hard time trying to do the little hanging spot when they throw the guy with the top rope and they're hanging by the cord or whatever. So eventually they got it on, and it was whatever. It was whatever match too. So we started off the show on 3 whatever notes. But this fourth match, it kind of picked up things. It was Ryusuke Taguchi, Tomoki Honma, Toriano, and Togi Makabe versus Taiji Ishimori, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Yujiro Takahashi. Forgot about Yujiro there. He's very forgettable. When I hear the Gorillas of Destiny, a new Gorillas of Destiny theme, all I want to say, all I hear is ain't nobody ready for spaghetti. Hey, that's all I hear. I don't know what the actual words are, but I think the guy's saying ain't nobody's ready for spaghetti. And I think I'm going to say that now whenever I cook. I'm also happy to see that Taiji gets his own entrance, as he should, because, they always play the heavyweights music when the junior heavyweight comes in, even though junior heavyweight could be of higher status than those heavyweights. They always favor the heavyweights music. You can see that with Nakanishi. I think the people think of Nakanishi in a higher status than Tiger Mask. I don't know. I legitimately don't know. It's not a rhetorical question. I really don't know. But I would say that Taiji Ishimori, in this circumstance, does deserve to have his music played over Gorillas of Destiny because he's a champion and God is not. But they had separate entrances. Taguchi did too. Maybe that's something that you don't care about or notice, but it's something that I kind of take notice to, because you're trying to, with every single decision or indecision, it tells you something about how the company perceives that person and what message they're trying to get across to you. So something like that is kind of obvious. If a junior heavyweight comes on a tag match and never gets his music played, obviously he must not be as important as his heavyweight counterparts, which we already know from the way they book stuff or place matches on the card. But, it's another piece of evidence to show you this is where this person is in our vision, in our view of what our company is. So anyways, but I already was starting to enjoy the match as soon as they got in the ring, because Tonga Loa, he just looks so done with Tama Tonga's bullshit already. He's like, this guy, oh my god. But anyways, start off the match. It was Taguchi and Ishimori. They didn't really do much. They didn't have to make any progress. Didn't make any progress in terms of damaging each other. But eventually, Ishimori gets thrown to the outside, or gets like a hip attack to the outside, and like Taguchi's gonna go for a dive, but he didn't. Ends up dancing. It's some cool new hip Japanese dance I don't know about, because the crowd likes it or whatever. And eventually, just after that, they end up tagging out. Then Taiji attacks Tama. Hanma tags in for the other team. Hanma calls him a bad guy. He goes, "You're a bad guy." And Tama like, "I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy." And then Tama just tags out. To Yujiro, there was a very long segment of Hanma just trapped in the Bullet Club corner, and they're all like three of them on the Bullet Club corner doing work, but Tama just doesn't want to have any part of it, doesn't want to be tagged in. Eventually, Tonga Loa forces Tama Tonga to do moves, and yeah, he does. He kind of like whipped him into Hanma to do a drop kick, and Tama Tonga's like, I just gotta do this magic killer. So I mean, it was an entertaining time. I don't know where they're going with this, but it's entertaining enough to me. I like how they're getting frustrated with one of their own in a fun, lighthearted way, because before, it's kind of like a serious way. And at one point, the ref gets distracted, and Jado was able to get the kendo stick to Tonga Loa. Tonga Loa was about to use it on Yano, but Tama Tonga takes it out of Loa's hands, says no, we can't be doing that. And as they're kind of quibbling with each other, squabbling with each other, Yano, double low blow, Togi Makabe, clothesline, and Yano was able to roll up Tonga Loa for the pin and the win. And in these matches, Yano usually doesn't do anything. Like I've been noticing, he never does anything, and it's kind of like a tell that eventually then he's gonna get his low blows in. So overall, it was a fine match. The home team once again beats Bullet Club, but I don't think that means that Taguchi is gonna come out of Osaka with the junior heavyweight title. I don't actually know what they're trying to say here, but I know this, Bullet Club not looking so strong. So obviously, I changed location. Whoop-de-doo, because my roommate came into the room and he brought one of his friends, and they started playing loud music. So I'm like, fuck this. This video isn't even this review is already, I'm getting a fucking aneurysm now. This video is already going off the rails. I feel like every one of my reviews just ends up being just mishmash of words and thoughts and not well-constructed opinions. And this all just goes to shit after a while, I start off strong and I finish weak. I feel like I'm Manabu Nakanishi of wrestling reviews or something. Anyways, I got through half of this. I believe it's the 5th match. Let's just try to finish strong as I can. Now I'm in this room. I feel better. There's a lot of space here. The lighting isn't great, so I'm going to take off my glasses so there's not a reflection in here. Okay? Everything's fine. It's perfectly fine. I'm not angry. Alright, next match is Yoshihashi, Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Chase Owens, Balak Fale, and Jay White. You know what? This match wasn't as good as the last one, but it's still a really good match, So I was thinking coming in here, how they gonna follow that up? They didn't. But I want to talk about the entrance first. I want to talk about Tanahashi's entrance. He comes down, he comes into the ring, and he unvelcros a jacket, exposes the belt and his magnificent six-pack or whatever. This time he did that on the ramp. And I was thinking, oh, he's trying to tell a story like he's gonna try to do it now, show the belt to everyone now, and like do it something he usually does later, and not doing it in the ring because he doesn't want to turn his back and leave his knee exposed on the second turnbuckle for Jay White to do. But that's not what they did. He ended up velcroing it back and going on the second rope and doing the thing over again, which I thought that was going to be the story they tell, but they ended up not going with it. So, yeah. So the match started off with Okada starting off against Chase. Kevin Kelly says, "Listen to all these people in Osaka." Nice one. Anyways, Jay eventually comes in. Tana comes in, so they're going against each other. I just recently noticed Hiroshi Tanahashi has some very swollen fingers. Like they're not just like swollen from recent. Like they're always been like some big meaty fingers. I don't know why. I guess maybe for like his hands are really calloused up from weightlifting, but usually you only get calloused like in like the middle part of your finger. Like it's not so much on the end of your finger, but like all his fingers are like swollen. I don't know. His fingers are thick with two C's. Is my point. Anyways, the match, OJ targets Tanahashi's knee, of course. Match breaks down to the outside, or goes out to the outside, but Tanahashi stuck in the corner, in the Bullet Club corner for a bit. Tana eventually tries to get up and make a comeback, but he gets stopped by Fale. But eventually, Okada gets in. So Okada and Fale. Okada goes for the pile driver. Can't get it. And Yoshihashi comes in after Okada. He gets dominated because he's not very good. And Okada, and the commentary was like, if Okada was able to get a win here in this match, this would be the biggest win ever. And I'm like, since this be the biggest win since, and they didn't say it. It said this be the biggest win from ever, even though he beat Kenny Omega in the 2016 G1 Climax. I feel like that would have been bigger, because it actually means that he fought Omega at one of the destruction shows, maybe not King of Pro Wrestling, but at least one of the destruction shows for the main event, contract for Wrestle Kingdom. So he beat the guy who eventually went on to Wrestle Kingdom main event, and he had the opportunity to win the main event from him later on. I feel like that was a bigger win than beating some fucking dude in a tag match. None of these guys are champions. Two of them will never ever be a singles champion. I mean, I hate to say that for somebody like Chase Owens, because I really do like him. But anyways, where was I? Fale then tries to stop the momentum, but Tana stops Fale, and then Jay comes in, stops Tana from doing anything. Yoshi hits his move on Jay. Jay kicks out, and Yoshi was like, Yoshihashi tries to follow up his move. I don't know what it's called. I just call it his move. He's not important enough in my eyes to be dignified with labeling his finishing move as something special to him. But eventually he goes for a senton. He sentons Jay White knees. Jay White puts his knees up, so Yoshi gets fucked like I want him to. Jay White gets Yoshihashi in that suplex where he drops him on his head. I don't know how that's okay. Like, I understand doing a German suplex and you did a little high and the guy lands on his head. You do a brain buster and a part of his head hits the ground. That's all good stuff. That's fine. That's it. That's, the cost of war sometimes. But he intentionally suplexed the guy on top of that. Unless there's something I'm missing, maybe I need a different camera angle. But I just feel like that's surprisingly bluntly dangerous, and he does that regularly. It's not like he saved that for big matches. He's doing it to useless Yoshihashi in a tag match. But anyways, Jay taps out Yoshi in a TTO. It stands for Tanahashi tap out. It's really just an inverted figure four, and Tana was forced to watch as Chase Owens was holding him back. After the match, Gato tries to cheap shot on Tanahashi. Tana slaps Gato, and that's Tanahashi trying to savor the moment of that. He gets hit with the Blade Runner. Jay takes the belt to the back, and the crowd was booing, but I didn't feel the urge to boo. Obviously, I'm sitting at home in my room. I'm not going to boo my TV. I don't know if people do that, but I didn't feel like the urge to really, boo or hiss or anything like that. I didn't have the feeling of it. Even though people at home don't do it, probably. They probably don't boo the TV, but they probably have the feeling of, man, this motherfucker. But, I don't know. I didn't feel anything. I don't know. I'm numb as ever, I guess. I have the capacity to be angry. I vacillate between angry and numb. Anyways, the next up was Shingo Takagi versus El Desperado and Kanemaru 4. Wait, all I wrote was Shingo Takagi. It's Shingo Takagi and Bushi, obviously, versus El Desperado and Kanemaru. This is for the junior heavyweight titles, obviously. The story is that Desperado and Kanemaru had the belt for 305 days, lost the titles at Wrestle Kingdom without being pinned, and now they want their rematch, and they feel really pissed off about it. And Bushi and Desperado really hate each other. They unmasked each other multiple times to the point that I've seen Bushi's whole face. That it's fine. In this match, pretty good, I'd say. But the commentator at one point during the match called Desperado Bushi. I think, what's his name? Sammy? The one that isn't Kevin. What is his name? Andy. His name's Andy. And he called Desperado Bushi. So that's another commentating fuck up. So that's fine. Desperado tried for the mask at some point. Bushi does the same. During the match, Kanemaru was working the knee of Takagi. Takagi was working through it. And you could just tell the way he was selling it. Like when he was doing moves, like even when he was on offense, he was limping around and stuff. And you could tell that the crowd was getting really into it. They just wanted to see him do well, past that pain. It was good stuff. The crowd was sticking with him. Selling the knee should work for the fan favorite. But Takagi kept training his knee on different moves, like a body slam. He still dominates for a long period of time. And Desperado and Bushi, when they come back in, they have a heated exchange. When they're not in the ring battling each other, it seems like Desperado and Bushi were fighting on the outside. But anyways, they kind of take turns between Desperado and Bushi being in the ring and Takagi and Kanemaru being in the ring. So after that, Takagi and Kanemaru come back. Very good sequence. It was a reversal. Takagi did a reversal of Deep Impact, was really cool. Had a pop-up DVD, and the selling was, all selling he was doing was paying off because the crowd was behind Takagi the whole way. Takagi hits the pumping bomber, but he goes for the pin. 1, 2, ref gets pulled out of the ring. Desperado tries to cheat. I forgot exactly what he was trying to go for. And I know Kanemaru was trying to cheat. He spat. Oh no, this is what it was. Desperado got a chair. He was trying to hit Bushi with it, but Bushi got a hold of the chair. As Kanemaru trying to spit whiskey in his eyes, Bushi held the chair to block his eyes and spat the poison or whatever it's supposed to be into Kanemaru's eyes. And Kanemaru's still a legal man, so Takagi gets back up, hits him with a move, and then Kanemaru kicks out of that. So Takagi calls Bushi to get back in the ring. They hit their finisher on Kanemaru for the win. The LIJ team has their first successful title defense. And after the match, Desperado tries to fight, but gets unmasked by Bushi. So that's fine. I guess seems like this is going to go on. Probably going to fight in the best of the Super Juniors. So that'll be fine. Maybe they'll fight in between them. I don't know. This rivalry definitely isn't over. People like Takagi, and I think people really want to see a Bushi Desperado match. But in Kanemaru, he seems like he's like 40 years old, but he's still very athletic and very fast in the ring. So I enjoyed this match. Next up, the second to last match was Evil and Sonata versus Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr. It was for the heavyweight tag titles. The same stuff I always go over with the entrance by Minoru Suzuki with his picture book of violence. I always like that. Zack Sabre Jr. comes out with his horse-like swagger, and Taka has his useless-ass promo, and then the LIJ team comes out. So, as you know, the last 3 matches on this show are LIJ versus Suzuki Gun. I guess this is kind of like the final show to, show you the winner of this feud is. And it's kind of obvious who it is now, looking back on it, but the fighting starts before the ring announcing ends. And this match probably went over like 20 minutes long. It ended up being a really good match in my opinion. I'm not going to go over all the moves and stuff. The finish was Sonata hitting a moonsault on Suzuki for the pin. And this is, I felt to me, not only does this definitively end the feud with Suzuki Gun in my opinion, because you pin their top guy. Sonata pins the leader of Suzuki Gun, and Takagi gets the pin on a superior, on the veteran of the Kanemaru Desperado team in the main event. No Naito retains his title. So it was complete in every which way, besides like actually having a squash match. They beat them in terms of outcomes of the match and on who got pinned. I felt that, yeah, LIJ won this running away, because I think they're building up to a bigger feud, but I don't know who. You know, we could say LIJ versus a Suzuki Gun team, the home team, and end up with Naito versus Tanahashi at some point, maybe at Dominion, maybe Naito Okada, who I think we're building up to him Naito having an IWGP title match at Dominion. It could be against Okada or Tanahashi, but I think it would be Tanahashi. That's what I'm predicting right now. But yeah, this was a really good match. So our main event, people, Tetsuya Naito, So our main event, Tetsuya Naito versus Taichi. So the little promo for the match showed Taichi playing Fire Pro Wrestling and beating Naito. Then when Taichi actually beat Naito in real life, so I don't know what that was trying to tell me. It just starts off with him eating some like lettuce and some chocolate covered almonds or whatever, and then he's playing video games. Yeah, this guy really is a pro athlete. I mean, I'm not saying athletes don't do that, obviously. I'm not saying they can't be gamers. Kenny Omega's a gamer. I would say AJ Styles is a gamer. A lot of them are gamers. They're at a high level. That's the first shot I see of them, of Taichi, is eating and playing video games. This has nothing to do with them winning the title, but they try to tie it in. And they try to tie it in, I should say, to be more articulate. And they've mentioned this before, and this is why I say Naito is going to challenge for the IWGP Championship at Dominion. Naito wants to be the first double champion when it comes to Intercontinental and Heavyweight. So, and as Naito is making his entrance to the ring, he gets attacked by Izuka with the ladder, which was surprising, and Taichi acts surprised even though he was in on a job. Yes, this was an inside job. And Naito was out for a very long time, and I thought this was interesting. This was very interesting. I'm gonna see how they do this. Although I think this is wholly unnecessary. I think that this should have been a match where Taichi got dominated. I don't know. They ended up doing a thing where Izuka interferes before the match even starts, and Naito's out, and it's like an injury angle. And the reference here was by a commentator is that the attack that Fujiwara did on Riki Choshu back in 1984 or whatever. Very, my opinion, obtuse reference to make. And I guess it was a big moment for Taichi and wants to do that. But anyways, it ends up being a thing where Taichi looked like he was unconscious. The trainer eventually comes out. The chairman of the company eventually comes out. And they're going to try to say this match called off. Naito gets dragged to the back. And it's just this whole thing. While it's Naito in the back, Taichi is talking on the mic, and he says, "You can all go home now. This was your main event. It's over." And then very slowly, there's a lot of downtime, a lot of nothing is happening, and I'm surprised no one goes home because they're all expecting, okay, Naito's just gonna come back and beat your ass, which did end up happening. And before the end, though, Taichi challenged Makabe to come in the ring. Nothing came of that. Red Shoes, the chairman, the trainer come out from the back, tell Taichi, "Hey, give us the title. We're gonna call this no contest. He can't go." And as all the shenanigans is happening, Naito, with Bushi dragging him out, Naito comes back into the ring and challenges. Says to start the match. He demands them to ring the bell and all this. The match starts. And Naito starts off with some weak strikes. This segment / match tells me that Geto thinks very lowly of Taichi or something. I don't know. Just coming out of this, it just feels like they didn't have the confidence in Taichi to have a competent match, a competent main event match, which I feel that he does. As much as I don't like his character or his antics, I still think this could have been played as a straight wrestling match and been more satisfying than what we got. But I don't know. Naito was able to get some offense, some flurries of offense early, hit a drop kick, sure he hurt himself. After that, Taichi took out a table, tried to hit a Saito suplex on it, but it got reversed, and Naito gets Taichi in a power drive position, and yep, off the apron until the outside, Naito power drives Taichi to a table, which is pretty cool. Got me to react. It was my first reaction of the night. Before that, I was just laying back in my chair like, okay, I guess I'm watching a show. But Naito looked like he cut his back, but then later on, like, his back was perfectly fine. But it was almost a 20 count. Naito almost won from a 20 count, but Taichi got it in just nick of time, as they always do. Izuka comes back as Naito was about to finish off Taichi with the Destino. And I think, it was a smart thing for Naito to stop doing Destino, because, Izuka could come in right after he hits it and hit him in the back of the head with the Iron Glove, But as Naito was distracted, he gets the upper hand, but Naito did get the upper hand again and tries to hit Taichi. Instead of using the belt, he puts that down and he gets Taichi's mic stand and tries to whack him with the head. So Taichi grabs Naito's leg and don't hit me, no, and the crowd laughs. But in an odd twist of fate, so to speak, Taichi ends up getting the chair again and hitting Naito right on top of the dome, breaking the chair. Which is cool to look at. Naito keep taking hard stuff to the head, DDTs, chair shots, title belt shots, DDTs. I already said DDTs. Anyways, it was a nice reverse. Eventually, Naito got in a Black Mephisto, but reversed it into a Hurricane Rana, which was really cool. And Taichi was able to push away the referee at some point. Low blows Naito, Gato clutch, almost won. Later on, though, shortly thereafter, Naito got a low blow as the ref wasn't looking, and he hit a Destino, kind of looked weird, but Taichi ended up kicking out of that. Another reverse Rana, a brain buster by Naito, and then another Destino to finish off the match. Naito wins, retains the title. LIJ superior over Suzuki Gun. So the last couple of minutes showed me that they could have had a great match, and this reminds me of the problem I have with Cody. I feel like Cody could have had so many more great matches if he didn't want to do so much bullshit in his matches. I remember that match with Okada at the G1 special, the first G1 special they had. I believe it was in Long Beach in 2017. Had a match for the title versus Okada. I'm like, okay, this could be good stuff. And the vast majority of the match was just bleh. Just Cody seemed like he was stalling, Kenny doing like the towel thing, and it was a lot of bullshit that didn't need to happen. But there was segments in there when like Cody and Okada just had great reversals and exchanges. And I'm like, if this was the whole fucking match, this would be awesome. But no, it ended up being like 3 minutes of it. And I feel like that was the same here. I didn't have the same expectations going in because it's Taichi. So I wasn't disappointed by it, but I'm like, I see what it could have been, and now I'm disappointed by it. So, after the match, they had the rest of LIJ come out, had the LIJ roll call. Naito has his promo. It's a good night, Sapporo, and talks about how there's a new emperor. I guess he's trying to say it's a new era, Japan, new era of LIJ, all that good stuff. But I didn't realize with Izuka having a role in the main event, and obviously a very heavy one, there's a level, I guess it's kind of get back to like the level of sentimentality that they have with guys, because we all know that in a little more than a week, almost 2 weeks, Izuka's hanging it up for good. So why not have him in the main event, have some type of influence in the main event, because he's not going to have a main event match anytime soon. I mean, obviously never again. After at the retirement show, but he's not having a main event title match anytime soon, I should say. Or he hasn't any time recently, actually, as well. So we're going to give him this moment. He's going to have an influence on this match, and it'd be cool. And I don't think another promotion would do something like that. If we had, I don't know. I guess seeing with WWE and have like when Charlotte Flair was early on the main roster, running pay-per-view matches, Ric Flair would sometimes interfere. But Ric Flair is not Izuka. Ric Flair is a very high status guy. I don't know if Izuka saying that. I don't think WWE has a sentimentality with people all across the card that have worked with them over the years. I don't think the company will be sentimental when if Dolph spends the rest of his career in WWE. If he were to retire, I don't know if there'd be the same level of sentimentality. And if they were trying to play up the sentimental aspect, I should say, of like Dolph Ziggler retiring, they'll overdo it because they're either downplay him retiring, him hanging it up, or they would overly do it and act like he was like this great legend when he was okay. He never stole a single show in his life. I don't know where he ever thought that he was that good. But guy who was really overrated, Dolph Ziggler. But anyways, odd that I bring up Dolph Ziggler during New Japan review. But anyways, I was thinking, what was the goal here? I guess it's mainly the LIJ Suzuki Gun feud. But why would you pick Taichi out of that when you pick Minoru? I guess they want Taichi to be established. I feel like this match doesn't do anything for him. He lost. He kicked out of one Destino. I guess that's impressive. But it's Destino that didn't look all that strong. And Naito was very beaten up and battered and weak at that point. So this match did absolutely nothing for Taichi besides his name was in the main event for once. Besides that, this was, I'm not going to say a wasted opportunity. But yeah, actually it was. It was a wasted opportunity. I'll say that. It was a wasted opportunity for Taichi, and just having Taichi here, replacing him with someone else who's a better wrestler, that's also a wasted opportunity. So it was a wasted opportunity on two fronts. They didn't execute on what they should have with Taichi, and they should never execute in the first place anything with Taichi, if that makes sense. But that is my review of the New Japan Sapporo Day 2 show. New Beginning Sapporo Day 2. I hope you enjoyed this review. It was kind of all over the place. I don't know. I'm not very good at organizing my thoughts or sounding very excited sometimes, but I don't know. I need someone to tell me how I can get better and stuff, because I just feel like I am in a malaise. I'm not doing well. I need to get out of this funk. I feel like I'm in a bad place right now. I feel like I'm on an equivalent of in a losing streak, but hopefully I can keep trying to make better content, try to get better. But anyways, that's my review. It was a good show, not as good as night one in Sapporo, but still good in its own right. And the main event segment went on a little long, maybe too long, but it's not too much I'm gonna complain about. It was satisfying as always. Not every show is gonna knock it out of the park, but this show, if we're using the baseball analogy, was a nice single or a double, and it got me made progress to the next show. So I know yesterday, this goes up the same day I was recording. I'm recording this on Sunday the 10th. So yesterday was another Road 2 show. I'll have a review of that up Tuesday, maybe later. I think the next review I'm gonna do is the Osaka show, and then I'll go back and do the Road to Osaka. I know that's weird. I know that's kind of dumb. No, actually, I'll do it in order. Fuck it. It's not like I have a bunch of, a lot of stake here. I only have 21 subscribers. Hopefully, be more at the end of this. So if you do enjoy this video and you want to see me progress, get better, all that, tell me in the comments, subscribe, all that bullshit. You don't need to tell me. You don't need me to tell you that. But before we go, I do want to talk about one more thing. Apparently, Katsuya Kitamura is leaving New Japan. He's been he had an injury sometime in March of last year. Haven't wrestled ever since then. Was proposed a contract, but I guess he never signed it, and now he's leaving New Japan, which sucks. I like Kitamura. I was looking forward to what he could do, but he got in a bad, I think someone said a scooter accident. I didn't really keep up with New Japan in 2018, but in 2017, I really liked what I saw, and I watched every match he was in 2017. So, to see him leave New Japan, I hope he goes on to a decent promotion, or no, I think a really good promotion that will be good for his progression, where he won't be shot up to the top, but he won't be against people who are lesser than him or on his level. He needs to still wrestle guys that are above him. 'Cause he still needs more time. Because I don't think this could kind of be, in a way, his excursion experience. And when he does come back, New Japan, 'cause I know he probably wants to come back, and New Japan wants Kitamura to come back. But it's kind of odd they didn't re-sign him, though. Maybe the injury's a lot worse than I know, and than anyone knows. But sad to see him go. But one thing I'm not sad about to see go is this video. I don't know. I'm not doing well. I'm tired, people. It's Sunday. I gotta go back to fucking class tomorrow. But you know what? It's all about progress. Was this better than the last review? Probably not. But the next video aim to be better. Tomorrow I'll have UWL up, hopefully. Tuesday or Wednesday I'll have the next New Japan review up. And yeah, this week I'm just trying to get back on schedule. Things been stressful, battling with stuff. But thank you so much for watching if you got this far and tolerated my insipid commentary. But that being said, thank you very much. See you later. See you next time. Have a great day or a beautiful night. Goodbye.